friends, my name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. We all have the sillies because of some pre-show silliness. But I'd like to welcome you all to the 43rd episode of Couches and Cantrips, a show where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons & Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by the amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, Mac and Cheese Please, Virtual Spectre, and Moves Like Jagger from the GG crew. All right, we did it.
From what my in-character said.
And the viewers will never know.
Maybe one day. Anyway, thank you all for listening to the podcast. We almost have 1,100 plays now.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, wasn't it just 1,000 last week?
Yeah,
so
a little
we got
over
100 plays in a week? You guys, thank you.
Thank you very much
I
for
hope
listening.
Your legs
so
are
much.
swole. Like, I don't know.
Our viewers are like
Buffet F.
nuts. Yeah. I like to picture though that they are using one hand while they're lifting to hold their phone, so they just have one really buff arm. That's how you know the casters are
riding their gym bicycle.
Ooh, yeah.
I like how we're assuming they're at the gym and not in the car. Just like
I like to assume the best in people. Okay.
Or grocery shopping, or
grocery shopping.
yeah,
hey, that's a workout.
Drive commute.
Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, everybody.
Walking their dogs.
Everybody's so great. Everyone's awesome.
For that one
No,
time I
you're
forgot to
awesome.
update the title. I did that now. So
You didn't have to say that. Now everybody on the podcast will know, and they didn't have to know.
they're fine knowing my mistakes. It's happy 1 year into an episode anniversary.
Can I tell them some more mistakes then? No,
No, thank you. Please don't.
He's perfect. Don't worry about it. He's perfect.
Far from it. Also, we have some semi brand new Casters and Cantrips merch. Am I kind of word? Some semi brand new Casters and Cantrips merch on our store, castersandcantrips.com/merch. We got some comfy pants, and one of them has a donut on it, and we have a hat that has a donut on it. So you're welcome.
Need you to order me those
There's
pants.
also shirts with donuts on it.
Oh yeah, I want a shirt. I want a shirt with that donut.
I need a donut now. Dang it.
And if you got some, we saw some people sharing pictures of the merch. If you get merch and you have pictures, please throw them in the Discord or throw them up on your socials and tag us, because it makes us really happy, especially me, because I put a lot of work into those designs.
And I hope those who are working out listening want donuts now too.
Oh no.
Look, 20 more push-ups and you can have a donut. How about that?
Speaking of, go to castersandcantrips.com for everything that you could possibly need, from donut shirts to donut pants.
No real donuts though.
To
Sorry.
donut hats to donut journals.
I don't have donut journals.
I thought there was.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, there is. Yeah, there is a donut on a journal. You're right.
That's
You're
a
right.
knife
A
and
donut body
on it?
pillow.
Bro.
Oh no.
Whoa.
New plan. What about a Valkan body pillow?
There we
Oh,
go.
God.
That's what
I'll
I'm
do
talking
it.
about.
I'm just saying.
I'll
One
do
of
it.
them, he's looking all sultry, and the other one, he's passed out with donuts all
On the
around
other
him.
side.
Yeah.
Anyway, also, if you need early access to our VODs and or our podcast and you need it now, go to Patreon. Also, it's been a really long week for me, so I meant to get that map up on Patreon, and I'm planning on getting the little BRB interviews up on YouTube as well. So it's gonna happen. I just it was a week, y'all. But now it's better, so I'll have all weekend to do all that stuff. Same thing for our TikTok and YouTube shorts. They're lacking. I had a big project to finish, but now it's done. No more excuses for me. But also, speaking of Patreon, there's also a tier where you can help me make an NPC. So it's also super fun if you want to do that. And
Didn't we got another that's gonna happen again, right?
it is.
And we still haven't met the first one.
No.
This is torture, you all.
I'll let y'all know when you meet one of
Who's
them.
it gonna be? I feel like when I meet villages, I'll know. I feel like I'll know.
You might. But also, last thing that I've got is, if this is your first time here, or if you just forgot, alerts and fancy streamy bells and whistles are muted for your D&D immersion. But we do see it on the screen, and I see it in my heart. So thank you all for those that follow, or host, or subscribe, listen to our podcast, or literally just do anything to support us. We very much appreciate it, and I really enjoy this little D&D show. Does anyone have anything else they would like to add before we get started?
I'd like to say something if it's
Go for
okay. And I'm sorry because I didn't bring this up beforehand, but I'd just like to say that a lot of us our thoughts are elsewhere in the world right now with things going on. And I didn't have time to find like a good donation link, but they're out there. There are places you can donate to help those that are basically trying to evacuate from war right now, and their whole homes are getting destroyed and people are getting injured. So if you have a minute to go and donate, we're dealing with a lot of the heavy topics in our game, and we get to just kind of get up and walk away from them when we want to, but there's lots of people that don't get to do that in the world right now. So if you're thinking about it, I'm just giving you a little extra encouragement. Go donate what you can, spread the word. And anybody that's listening from overseas, please stay safe. And, we're all thinking of you.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you did want to support, there are several humanitarian funds that that I had read about. I know will be Global Giving as well as the UN Crisis Relief Fund. So if you'd like to help out in the humanitarian portion of it, I encourage you to do that, as Bud and I will be doing.
Yeah, we're going to be donating on our own too. So no pressure or anything, but if you can, every little bit helps.
But with that, I'll go ahead and put my Dungeon Master cap back on, which for some reason I just envisioned in my head as a cowboy hat. I don't know why, but that's what happened. So
that's what it is now.
Yeah,
Official.
It's my DM cap is a cowboy hat. So we'll go ahead and get settled in tonight for an episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with Sweet Justice leaving Forwinter and heading east. Even though the party tried to convince Bryn to travel and speak with the Babas, she refused. After some deliberation, the party decided to head to Efrion to consult with the elves, and while passing through Aramor on the way. While on their fourth day of travel heading towards Aramor, the group was attacked by strange elemental creatures during their night's rest. A small group of ice mephits had descended upon them. During the battle, the mephits continually attempted to summon more of their kind to assail the group. Ultimately, Vin was able to cast a fireball in the air to dispatch most of the creatures, and the rest of Sweet Justice destroyed the remaining mephits after that. After the battle, the party decided they would finish their rest and then ride hard to their final destination of Aramor. When the group arrived, they saw that much of Aramor had been rebuilt since the kobolds burned the village. They also found that Aramor had been occupied by Ramcrown forces. After visiting their old watering hole, the Wooden Duck, the party found that prices were heavily inflated in the small village. After having a drink and speaking with Ira, the party stopped by Good Goods to visit their good friend Bickwin. They arrived to find that his shop had mostly been cleaned out by Ramcrown. He had only the most basic of supplies there. The group found a room for the night and planned on leaving Aramor across the bridge the next morning. The next day, Sweet Justice arrived at the bridge to leave Aramor. When they arrived, the guards demanded 100 gold pieces from each of them to cross. They learned that Gilris Faudor was in charge and was directed to speak with him if they had a problem with that price. After some deliberation, the group went to speak with Gilris about crossing the bridge without the immense fee tacked onto it. After some negotiation with Gilris, he agreed to allow the party to come and go from Aramor as often as they wished. He was also willing to lend them some Ramcrown troops to assist in destroying the beast that they were hunting in the region. However, Sweet Justice now owed Gilris Faudor a favor of whatever he wanted and whenever he wanted it. The only stipulations were the favor could not be murder, stealing, or putting innocents in danger. Also, if Sweet Justice felt they were being lied to, they could opt out of the deal pending burden of proof and a third-party arbitration. The group signed the contract and received a sending stone from Gilris for the future favor owed. And that is where we'll begin our session this evening.
That was so good.
What's that?
I just love that we did that. Like, I did not see that coming.
I
Made
didn't know
him
they
sign
were
a
lawyers.
contract.
I didn't know there were lawyers in Dungeons and Dragons.
There definitely are barristers, lawyers, whatever you want to call them.
I just love it. Vin was just so adamant. Like, no, it's gonna be fine. All we have to do is stipulations.
Yeah.
So we're still in Erebor currently.
Yes. Yep. You definitely are.
And we have
What time is it?
From what I remember, you went to visit him earlier that morning, so it's probably midday or so. I kind of feel like every time you ask that, though, I'm like, it's midday. So, but I think it
It's
is.
fine.
yeah.
It's fine. No one's
Always
arguing.
midday. Permanent.
Always midday. So, we should get to move on, right? Before he changes his mind or something, or he asks us for the favor right now.
Yes, we should go to elves and let them know what is happening.
Agreed. Let's go. Oh, it's gonna feel really good telling those guards that we have approval to come through the bridge.
All right.
Yes.
So-
hopefully he set word already.
Did he give us like a... We have the sending stone. Maybe that's proof enough? I don't know.
He just said that he would let them know.
I guess we'll make our way and hopefully things are good.
All right. So you head towards the eastern part of town at the bridge, and you see the same guards posted there on their morning shift. Oh, you're back. I see that you've made a little bit of an arrangement, being heroes and all.
Yes, you should remember it.
Right?
Perhaps we save your life next time.
Oh, I doubt that.
Well, not if you're going to be snarky about it, then we probably won't.
You probably don't want to save your life.
Well, that's very rude of you.
You were rude
You're
first.
kinda rude too,
Anyway,
yeah.
step aside.
Well, you have to tell me what your intentions are, where you're heading, what you're doing.
No, we don't.
Are you
Listen.
sure?
For what
Yeah,
it's
I'm
worth,
pretty sure.
if your life was in danger, Ron would save you.
It's very nice, Ron.
That's
You
very
are the
nice
best
of you.
us.
Very proper. I like that
No.
guy. He points
We-
upward.
Can we be on our way, please? Ron will roll
Well,
a
since you used the
persuasion.
magic word, of course.
Oh,
Magic word.
have a great day.
You too, big guy.
Wink, Ron, wink.
Oh. It's like very awkward. Like, it doesn't. Maybe
You
it's
got
like something
in your eye or something.
Yes.
You need a hanky or something to
Oh,
get in there.
Finn, did I do it right?
We'll work on it. We'll work on
Okay.
it.
Okay, bye.
All right. See you soon. Ish.
And I like skip, like with like a lolly to my step, like holding both ends of my, like, because I have a cape, like holding both ends of my cape like a child would.
I would assume that you have the reins in one hand too, unless you're leaving your horses behind.
I'm holding her horse. She asked me to hold it so that she could skip across the bridge specifically.
Yes.
It is. We do this every town. I know the drill.
All right. So you head off to the east. From what you can expect, that Efrion is like a hair over a day's travel, but that's gonna be cut down since you are on horseback just a bit. So you might get there, maybe a day or so.
But we don't really know, right? Because we don't really know where it is. We're just headed into the woods.
We're
You
hoping.
have an exact location that was pinpointed
okay.
to you on your map,
But she did say they'd find us before we got there
possibly.
or something. Okay. Set out along the road. Yes, I give Vin back her horse and we are trotting along.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Someone please make a survival check for me.
I can do that in a moment. 17 plus, I believe it's 5. I didn't have my sheet up. I'm pretty sure.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, it's loading.
Plus 5.
It's 5, yeah. 17 plus 5, whatever that
Yep.
math is.
Yep, you have kind of gotten your bearings. It's pretty easy since it's a clear day. Still chilly, definitely in the winter, but you find your bearings and you head in the exact direction that they basically pinpointed on your map. So you travel for about a day or so. It's up to you all if you'd either like to camp for the night or if you want to push through the night.
Ron believes we should push through.
Yeah, already wasted so much time. But I am worried we're not familiar with these woods, and I don't know what sort of creatures live here.
Okay. If you all gonna push through, I'll need some Constitution saving throws from you all.
How do I play D&D again? Okay, got it.
Can I tell you a secret? Like
17.
a breaking character secret?
Sure.
I just realized a couple of episodes ago that the saving throw had its own little square box.
Oh no.
Whole time. And I've been adding like the pluses or negatives in the really small boxes, not in the savings throw box.
Mac!
I didn't see it until like 4 sessions ago.
Oh no.
I mean, they're mostly the same.
No.
Bad really, I don't think, but
I mean, you're alive.
listen,
Yeah,
our
we're
past
still-
got
It's
us
true.
to where we are now.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
DM
Listen.
question: does my paladin aura help in the exhaustion saves?
Let me see. Let me do a quick read on your class feature.
It just says all saving throws.
Then it works.
All right, I get +3.
You said everybody
Plus
or
3.
Yeah. Upgrades.
27.
Wow, I got a 22.
27?
I am from here. Cold does not bother me. Nighttime
energy.
does not bother me. I feel very refreshed, actually. I'm ready to go for a jog. Anyone want to arm wrestle on top of our horses while we ride?
How do you get a 27?
I got 25.
We're arm wrestling while we ride.
I rolled a 20 on my dice.
So
With
yeah,
my modifier and with
Brent only has a
with-
+5.
Yeah, I have a +5 con.
Holy
Do I?
moly.
Where's that come from? Oh shoot, do I?
Rolled a 20.
I don't know if I still have that or not. I think I still have it.
So your con's a +5. So the highest you can get to 25. I don't know how you got.
+3 from Ron.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot. I just heard it and I
Yeah,
forgot.
math.
Literally
Math. Jesus.
just- said
Math.
it.
Wow. Did anyone
Gosh.
did anyone get lower than a 10?
No.
You're fine. Everyone's fine.
We feel great.
You're like, fine.
Yes.
It's all good.
No, it's fine. Yay, math. So you ride into as you're crossing in over the river and into this forest. It's a very old forest. You see trees that are probably centuries years old. Centuries years old? That's what I meant to say.
That's a word.
Yeah. Very dark. You sort of lose sight of any trail as you go into the forest. But like I'd mentioned, you have pinpointed the direction. And somewhere around the time of like maybe 3 a.m. Or so, you find yourself on the spot where you were directed, and all you see is forest.
Knew there was going to be some shenanigans.
Perhaps we should set up camp and wait for.
Yeah. What if it's like invisible? Can I walk forward a little bit with my hand out?
Mm-hmm. Feels like an old forest.
It's going to be very awkward if we're just camping on their doorstep, but I don't really see any other option.
Sidri! Ron yells out.
Hello? Elf people.
Verily, Dovin.
Well,
Nothing.
more honey cake for us. Let's camp.
All right. So you all set up camp for the evening? Are you just plopping down wherever you are and just setting a campfire and going?
Maybe we should find maybe more secluded. Too much openness here.
Yeah, we'll look for a good spot.
So you want to be more hidden?
They will find
Do
us,
we?
don't worry.
Yeah, they're like hunter tracker types. They'll find us.
Sure. Somebody give me a survival roll.
Can do that. 16 plus 5.
Okay. Yeah.
21.
You can be as hidden as you want to be. You can find like an outcropping, or not really an outcropping, but like a hill that you can get kind of in, or just some thick brush.
Yeah, let's be really hidden just in case there's danger afoot, and then in the morning we can like better scope and maybe I can track something.
Are you all gonna stay up for the rest of the night? Are any of you gonna rest or anything?
Take watches.
I will go Mimi's.
You'll have to sleep in to get a full rest if you guys can get that, but
Ron will take first watch.
all right.
I'll take how many watches do we have to do again? Oh my gosh, why don't I know this?
2 for this game. Half and half.
2. I'll take first watch.
All right, give me some perception rolls.
Okay.
You got
natural 20.
Dang. Well, I got a 21.
Ooh.
Let's see, mine would be 23. Yep.
Very
We
nice.
are just so observant. Ron, it is such a clear, beautiful night. I feel like I can see in the dark almost. Was that night visions? Dark visions? I feel like I have it almost.
Yes, it feels good to be in force again. Reminds Ron of home. Bryn,
Yes, Ron.
how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling very, like, constitution-y today. Very strong.
Oh, but how are you feeling inside mind and inside heart?
Oh, I thought you were, like, talking about inside stomach, and I was like, well, you know, I could eat, but, let's see. Inside mind, inside heart. Don't know the words to say for it, Ron, if I'm being honest. I'm feeling... not angry so much.
Empty?
This is a good word, I think. Yes.
Yes, Ron knows feeling very well.
Oh, but Ron, I didn't... This is nothing. It is nothing compared to what you've been through, you know? I didn't mean to,
It is similar. Like
No, no.
something inside you had forever, right? And then in just moments it is taken away from you. So it is part of you. You understand? And just like Ron's family is no longer with Ron, but it even though it may bring pain, but it will make you stronger. You will find something new. Like Ron has found with you, Bryn, and Vin and Valken. Ron has found new family. To reason for Ron to keep going.
Didn't really think about it. I was going to say, like, you know, it is no problem. I can find a new source of powers. There's so much out there in the world that we don't even know of, but thought that made it different, but I didn't think about that you also had found new family.
Yeah, so what I guess Ron trying to say is things will get better, but what Bryn has lost does not mean Bryn is lost. You are still Bryn. That is, you know, just say that Ron loves you, appreciates you. And if you need anything, just Ron would do it.
Oh, Ron, sorry, there's like something in my eye. Just give me a second.
Oh yes, there's a lot of dust.
I want to say that I know we could never replace your family, but I'm still glad that you chose to be with us.
Yeah, so Ron would do anything for Bryn and Vin Valkan. You know, even
Say that. And when we were dealing with the Thane, you said you would do anything to help me, and you didn't care about the monster and revenge for your family and all these. But that cannot be so. It is what has kept you going.
it is true. Ron's anger is the reason Ron continues, but being with Bryn and everyone else has filled Ron's heart with joy again. But Ron didn't want you to lose your powers, especially to someone we cannot trust and not sure who they're a good man. And how
He will get what is coming to him. I'm sure of it. But in the meantime, we will find a way to destroy that monster. I
Yes.
swear this to you, Ron. I swear this to you, and I swear this upon your family. So I feel like I know, even though I have never met, I will help you destroy it, with or without powers.
oh, Ron also has something.
Yeah,
in eye.
it's so dusty. It's weird. It is so clear out. I can see
Yes.
so far, and yet there's so much dust in the air. Ugh.
Ron's just gonna hug Bryn.
I think we just hug for a few minutes by the fire
Yeah.
and pretend like we're not crying.
And Falcon hears it all because he doesn't have to sleep. So
Okay.
about an hour to an hour and a half into your camp, your little makeshift rest stop, both of you, since you rolled so well, you hear just a small, almost like leaves crunching beneath someone's feet out into the darkness.
Who's there? Show yourself.
And you see Sidri step into the firelight, with her bow in hand. And she says, "What took you so long? I thought you may have gotten lost."
We ran into some complications at Aramore.
And it for winter.
I see. Well, let's not delay any further. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll kind of jostle Vin.
Ron will just carry Vin.
Vin.
It's okay. Ron just
Vin,
picks
you're
up
muted.
Vin and cradles
Give
her
me
like
more
a child.
time.
I agree with Vin. Give me more time.
Nope, up and at him. Time to go, sleepy heads.
Fine. I have to.
Yes, Sidri is here. We have to go, Vin.
Okay. I'm like dragging my feet and like getting my stuff and like, hop on the horse and
It's like one of those times where like you've just like fall asleep and you're about to like get in deep sleep and you're woken up and you're like, oh shit. Like,
yeah, it's like in middle school when your parents are like, get up, you have to go to school, and you're like, no. It's like that feeling.
like, no, I'm sick.
Middle school.
No.
You mean like yesterday?
Yeah.
All right. So Sidri sort of leads you along, sort of back the way you came originally, where the spot where they directed you. And as you're walking, you see just another elven ranger sort of step out of the woods, and then another, as there's probably about a group of 10 or so that were just out scouting since you had entered their sort of lands. And she says, "Well, I thought that you would wait here. I suppose we didn't see you immediately arrive, but no matter." And
How is it that you knew we arrived?
we know all sorts of things that go on in this forest.
So secret?
What's that?
Secret?
No, we're just very in tune with our home.
Okay.
It is impressive.
You did quite a job at disguising your camp, though. Would have worked on almost anyone.
We weren't sure what sort of creatures you have in this area to be mindful of.
We try to keep things in harmony with the local flora and fauna, so it's very unlikely that you would be assailed as long as you have good intentions.
This is good to know. Good camping location.
Yes, very well. And she turns, and you notice this is the spot that you just showed up and saw that nothing was here. And you see her pull out sort of a small necklace with a little sigil on it. She pulls it off of her neck and then makes some movements in the air, and you can almost see colors trailing off of this necklace as she makes some intricate arcane runes, and then you see a door sort of form and then open, and she says, "This way," and she steps through.
Oh, wow.
How did you do that? It is fascinating.
It's how we remain hidden.
Most impressed.
Learn
Would
that.
love to learn such a trick.
And as you all sort of step through the threshold here, if you look behind you, you see just where you were. No barrier, nothing there. You could just as easily walk back through it if you wanted to.
Wow. That is strong magic.
As you look above and around the area here, you see large trees, even of many centuries, possibly millennia old. Trees large enough for them to make homes out of. You look and there are tiers of different levels of various homes, buildings.
Like tree houses?
Built into the trees. You see branches that have started to form together, and they've built bridges in between these large trees. There are lanterns hanging about, platforms outside of it, and while it's not a true large city like those that you've been to, it is quite a sizable little village here of all in the trees, hundreds of feet up
This
as
is
you see
beautiful.
level after level.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Well, I doubt that there is anything like it, to be honest. This has been our home for, well, longer than I can remember, anyway. Longer than anyone can.
Yes, Ron has no words how beautiful this is.
How many people fall down and die?
Okay.
Falcon, that's not appropriate.
What?
Less than you would think. When you are born into an area such as this, it becomes second nature to you. Perhaps if your life was a little different, Valken, you could have been born in a place like this.
Maybe. Not all of us can be so lucky, I guess.
That is true. We cannot control when we are born or when we die. Only the things in between. Well, if you will. And she sort of leads you into the trunk of a large tree that has like a lift system built into it. Mainly pulleys, sort of platforms, like an elevator style. And she just looks over to you all. It has been quite some time since we've had any visitors. As you can imagine, that if the location of such a place became readily available to those with prying eyes, that, well, it would be very problematic for us. So I'm entrusting you all to be discreet when describing what you saw here and where you saw it.
We were very
I saw
careful
nothing.
on the way here that we did not tell anyone where we were going or what we were doing.
Are you being truthful?
Yeah, we didn't. We were really careful not to tell the guy, like...
Because y'all told Gilris exactly where y'all were going.
Yeah.
Wait, we did?
Yeah.
But we didn't tell him how to get here. Okay.
No.
We were very careful not to tell anyone your location. We simply said that we were meeting with you, but not where.
Oh. All right, well, as long as they don't know exactly where to find us, then it should suffice.
Although you should be very mindful of Aramor, the guy in charge there. Not so great.
Yes, it was quite unfortunate what occurred there, but their numbers were so great that I fear that, well, we couldn't have done much. It's very infrequent that we speak to really anyone outside of the protection of Efrion.
Oh, before anything else happens, we need to tell you what we've learned about the beast. We have new information for you.
Yes, there will be time for this. High Priestess is very interested to hear what you have to say. But I suspect that you all are weary from travel. You're more than welcome to stay with me. As well as Tanya, my partner. We don't really have lodging, as we don't really have visitors, so you won't find the usual comforts of that you're accustomed to, like taverns or inns of that such.
Oh,
I mean, we could camp.
No
We
booze?
don't want to
Absolutely
impose. We
not.
could just sleep.
No.
What about sweet food?
Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I already don't like that answer. Carry
Had a
on.
donut.
Sorry, no.
well,
How
we
about
do
some
not-
berries?
We
Like
do not
very
wish
sweet.
to impose.
Yeah, we do not wish to impose. We could stay outside. It's not.
Did you impose if I'm the one who invited you?
Yeah, we're just trying to be polite, I guess.
I understand. Well, follow me, rest up, and then we can speak with High Priestess as soon as you are rested. Does that sound agreeable?
Yes, thank you.
Very well. And she leads you up a couple levels as you're easily 200 feet off the ground at this point. And these just gigantic trees that are just stretching into the sky like skyscrapers. And you get off on a level and you make your way across a walkway and built of wood, sturdy, with railings, of course. But if you happen to look down, it's almost dizzying how high you are in these trees.
How far can we see, or are all the trees around here this tall?
They're all this tall. There are many, many, many trees. And one thing that you notice is that they did not look like this before you entered. It just looked as though the normal forest.
Does it feel like we're in a different... Okay. Does it feel like we're in a different location transported to? Does it feel like we've been shrunk?
No.
Ron is hugging the tree wall as he walks. He's not used to being this high. He's kind of freaking out. How many people die, you say?
Well, she said not that many.
Okay.
It is very rare indeed.
Just, watch your
But
step, don't trip.
It does happen though.
Not that I can remember. It's when someone's being especially careless or something of the sort.
Ron's moving at half speed at this point.
You have
Falcon's
nothing to
behind
worry
Ron.
about, I assure you.
Don't worry, Ron. I'm here for emotional support, and I'm not scared either.
Ron just grabs Balkan's arm just as they walk up.
And you sort of go over the walkway into another tree, and then a few kind of hops later, as you're deeper into this tree elven village, and you make it to sort of a quaint, essentially a tree house. It's sort of built a little out from the tree, but also has an interior. So you enter on the balcony. There are various like sort of furs hanging outside. And she sort of opens the door and invites you in. It's a small, kind of quaint little home, but sort of just enough room for you all if you're okay with being a little uncomfortable.
I think we are all pretty used to being in uncomfortable quarters. It is no problem.
Yes. Well, you're more than welcome to stay here. And she just sort of just gestures to like just this sitting room with just sort
This
of...
is much better than the last place we stayed by very large amount. Thank you very much.
You didn't like cuddling with me?
You kept kicking me in back while I was trying to sleep.
Well, you were pleasant to sleep next to.
Thank you.
She sort of looks, you're more than welcome to stay here. And she goes to move like a small like table that is to the height of when you'd be sitting like cross-legged on the ground. She sort of moves it out of the way. Feel free to use any of the pillows here. I will find some blankets for you all to use if you require them. And then you see another elvish woman sort of walk out from a room towards the back. She has sort of short and straight black hair with the sides are almost like shaved, cut very short. She has blue eyes that are flecked with gold, and she has an alabaster, almost like a blue tinged skin.
Did we not meet her before?
No.
Oh, okay.
Where Sidri is a wood elf, this elvish woman is a moon elf.
A Muno?
You said she had blue eyes flecked with gold?
Mm-hmm.
And do we know her name?
Not yet. And
what color eyes does Sidri have?
Sidri has dark brown eyes. Anyway, Sidri gestures. This is my partner, Tanya. She is part of the town guard, the captain of the sentries of the Eventide. And she kind of gives her a hug and like a peck on the cheek. These are the adventurers that I was telling you about. Sweet Justice is their name. And she just kind of like has her arms crossed. And she's got some guns. Like she's rivaling like Bryn level of guns here on her arms.
You're going to arm wrestle later.
She sort of looks and she goes, well, they're more than welcome to sleep on the floor. And I have an early morning, so unfortunate, apologize in advance if I wake you up.
It is no problem. We understand.
We
thank you for letting us.
Yes, hospitality.
Yes.
Of course, I hope your information proves to be useful.
We hope so as well.
Good night. And she goes off, and then Sidri just kind of just nods and then leaves you all in their little humble abode here.
As we're like getting ready for bed, I'll look over at Valkan and be like, well, it isn't what you usually choose to drink, but they have the healing tonic if you want to take the edge off. Shine.
You know what? It's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
And then Bryn, I'll take a big swig.
Would it be disrespectful if Ron slept in Ron style?
Maybe keep like the next layer as well. Just,
Okay.
It might be a bit much for them to see first thing in morning, you know what I mean?
Yes, true. Okay. Ron won't go full Ron.
Only half Ron.
Half Ron.
All right, so you all can sleep through. It's about... Well, I guess you guys eventually went to sleep at like 3 a.m. So it'll be just before noon if you guys want to get a long rest. It's up to you if you all would like.
Did we benefit from a long rest last time?
No, because you rode through the night.
Then yes.
I think we all just sleep, feel safe, and I want to rest.
Yeah, mostly because I already marked that I did get a long rest. And I don't remember what my old hit points
is settled.
were.
Settled.
So-
All right. You wake up a little before midday, and you see that Cedri is there, just sort of. When she hears you stirring, she comes out. She goes, yes, you're awake. Is there anything that you would need? Perhaps something to eat, or?
Yes, please. It's been a long journey to get here.
I like perk up and I'm like, food? What do you have?
Well, I have some pheasants, some rabbits. We do grow our own vegetables in our gardens. We also have fruit, fresh fruits, berries.
Yeah, I'll take some vegetables and fruit.
Yep. She can.
Yes, some fruits would be lovely. And if you have any like tea, anything sort of hot to drink.
Of course.
And whatever you have, Ron. Not picky.
She'll just bring you just any combination of what you'd like, along with some bread if you want it, for the breakfast in the morning. Whenever you all are ready to go, I can take you to meet the High Priestess.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just give us a minute. We should go. Yes. Bryn just starts shoveling it in.
Chowing down. You've got plenty of time for food. So.
She's not one to wait. Like, there's business that needs done. We should do it.
All right. So she, you notice that she's wearing something a little more, formal than just her typical like ranger clothing that she was wearing. Since she's going to
change into some nicer. We have some nicer clothes we could put on.
Wait, I don't know if it's necessary. This is just to be a little more formal, a little more comfortable, while I'm here in Efrion.
Okay. I mean,
You're more than welcome. Dress however you'd like.
Should we put on our Aesgard outfits? Not the ball gowns. The remember we bought like normal but nice people outfits.
We should
okay.
just wear armor. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't have to twist my arm.
All right, so she leads you just further in until you see sort of a almost like the largest tree that's probably about 1.5 times the other trees, which are impressive on their own. And you can see that this tree has just one structure on it, but it is built almost all the way around the tree with sort of a balcony on all sides and several different entrances there. And she goes, this way. The High Priestess is waiting for you all. Do you have any questions or anything before I lead you in?
Do we bow? Do we offer gifts with this custom?
Oh, nothing like that. Any sort of reverence that you'd like to pay towards her, you're more than welcome, but it's not required.
Or do we refer to her as High Priestess, Your Highness, Miss Priestess?
Her name is High Priestess Shalina, but you may call her.
Shalina.
Oh, okay. We all ready?
Would you say
Very
that,
well.
Claire? High Priestess. It like cut out. I didn't hear it.
What's that?
Would you say again? Call her High Priestess?
Yes, you may call her High Priestess or
Okay.
whatever you'd like. I'm sure it'll be fine. There aren't
Shelley?
too many. There aren't too many formalities, as we don't really get visitors typically. So, your guess is as good as mine, to be honest.
Okay, we will do our best.
All right. So she sort of leads you in, and you can see that, at the entrance there is sort of a large, kind of an inset carving into the tree that is sort of painted as well, and it is what looks to be like the moon in the center, and then sort of a sort of blue half circle over the top of it. you all are more than welcome to make a religion check if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to. Ten.
11.
Do I add anything to religion? 19.
18. Did Valken roll?
Valken's not gonna know.
He's like, what? So Ron and Bryn and Valken, you're just, oh, cool. It's a nice building. For Vin, you recognize, one, that this is some sort of holy place or a temple of sorts, but two, that the sort of little half circle crescent around it is a moon bow. So like a rainbow, but with the moon, which sort of jogs your memory, and you know that they probably worship Sehanine Moonbow, also known as the Lady of Dreams or the Mystic Seer. Very rare to find followers of her, but more likely in sort of this sort of wild region here. But you know that she's a very protective deity towards elves, and she typically crafts illusions around elvish hideouts to keep them protected.
Are
You said
the
You said they
Sorry,
worship
go.
dreams?
She is the Lady of Dreams.
Lady of Dreams.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
do the other elves, like as we're walking around town, are the other elves wood elves or moon elves or a mixture?
There's a mixture. But you know that
Wait, what's Valken?
wood elf.
Yeah.
But she is the deity, the elven goddess of death, dreams, the heavens, journeys, and the moon.
Valken, have you ever been in a place with this many elves before?
No. Yes?
Does it feel weird?
Have I?
Valshir.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
But there's like
an
everybody
entire
else there too.
population of elves, no.
How does it feel? Is it weird?
It's interesting seeing everyone with pointy ears instead of a mixture, I guess. I don't have. I grew up on the streets of a city. I don't have any kinship with these people. I'm sure they're nice.
Well, I know. I
and all,
didn't
but
mean. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply. I just thought maybe it was.
no, I'm just like.
I don't know.
I
I have opposite
you were implying
experience. I am
anything?
very tall and strong, and where I come from, all women are like that. And then I go down south, and everybody's all small and tiny, petite, like Vin here. It's very weird.
What are you?
Oh, but Vin is cute.
That's what I'm saying. She's very petite and cute. I stand out in crowd like, well, kind of like Ron does. Actually, he stands
don't
out
know.
worse.
Strong? I do strong things.
I didn't say you didn't. We just said you were cute.
And I'm like pouting.
I thought cute was compliment.
Ron is confused.
I am also confused. Falcon, do you understand?
It's the way you said it. You said that you come from an area where the women are strong and then you go south and they're cute. I'm strong.
Oh, yes, Vin very strong. Vin can blow up trees if Vin wants to. Not really, but not now. Here.
I mean,
Please
somewhere
don't.
else.
Please don't, and please don't talk
See,
about that too
secrecy.
loudly around these people. Please, just.
Please don't.
So, sorry. sorry.
Please don't.
Oh my god, we just threatened to tell Drusilla them. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Ron has many questions he would like to ask High Priestess.
Yep. And you are led inside, and you see there sort of sitting sort of on a pedestal of sorts. You see a woman who's sort of adorned with just very exquisite formal like clothing, like robes, and you can see that this elven woman has like long flowing white hair. As you walk closer, you see just silvery tattoos just swirl around her arms that are peeking through her clothing.
And she has tattoos.
She has verdant green eyes with silver flecks in them. It's a very regal look to her.
I look at her tattoos and I'm like, are those magical?
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, please forgive Vin,
I just
great
really want
and mighty
tattoos.
high priestess of tree. They
I
call me
am
Ron.
High Priestess Shelina. No, these are only for decoration,
Oh.
as to signify my standing
Did it hurt?
No.
Oh.
You
I
seem
want some
disappointed.
tattoos. Well, no, I want tattoos. I was just wondering if it hurt or what, that they're not magical, so they're not as cool as like the ones that I kind of want.
They're very cool tattoos.
yes,
They're very, very cool.
This one is Ron, and this fiery one is they call Vin, and this is Valkan, the greatest monk in all region, and the mighty Bryn.
Pleasure.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. And you can see that there are sort of a few guards in the room. You spot Tanya sort of at the side of the high priestess, and then a couple of other armored elf warriors in the room here. Now, I apologize, but I don't mean to get directly down to business, but I believe that you have some important information for us, and perhaps we could work together and I could share what we have learned as well.
Oh, yes. There seems to be a lot of elemental chaos influx in land, and Ron believes the beast that destroyed Ron's village is also the same beast that we fought in, we saw at Fort Winter. It seems to control powers of fire and ice. It can burn everything around, but also create ice, encasing all homes and people.
Yes. First of all, I am deeply sorry for your home. I cannot imagine what that must have been like for you.
Ron appreciates your sentiment and wishes no one shares the same fate as Ron has.
I share that sentiment as well. You said that it wields both fire and ice.
Yes, and Sylvie the Seer of Fort Winter was able to fend off and force a beast to run away.
I think she tried to put out the fires with water, and this is when it reacted with the ice. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
It also can burrow and heat up ground underneath to stay warm, as Ron assumes, or maybe hibernate until it attacks and destroys other villages.
We have seen something similar as well. You said that someone was able to rout the beast, not kill it, I assume, but turn it away. Was it more?
It injured her though, so it was not easily done.
This person
And
must
most
have
of the
been-
village was destroyed. It was my home village of Hauger.
I'm so sorry, Bryn.
They're fine. Well, economically they are absolutely not fine. They are absolutely destroyed, but most of them live.
You know, people are quite resilient, so I
is
have
true.
no doubts that they'll come back from this.
What else? Oh, one more thing. Where it appears wherever beast resides, causes corruption into Earth, causing trees, plants to become monstrous beings.
Yes, we're not exactly sure how it is related, but there was clearly some sort of connection. I also wish to explain that we fought Giant Bird. I'm sorry your rangers told you of it, but as I am from that area, Giant Birds, the rock, they are very common, but this one had Spirit of Lightning that left it not common. Never seen before. Possibly related.
This is quite peculiar, as there have been, as you all know, very strange occurrences, at least in this region. This is very troubling. From what we've been able to see, there have been no attacks this far east, so it seems to be located in that region. We have asked a few of our allies to keep an eye out for us, but they've reported no activity. So
there's also one more thing. The Thane of Horwinter, soon to be Jarl, is organizing all of the peoples. He is calling all of his bannermen to fight this beast. So if you wish to strike, soon may be the time.
it's very interesting. It has been quite some time since your people have been united.
Well, legend has it, this will be the time. So they tell me.
Well, I know that I was young the last time I had heard of it.
Well, unfortunately, it came at a great price for Bryn, for her powers were taken from her and given to the thing.
Stolen.
Yes, stolen, more accurate.
It is unimportant. We have also met with the leader, the fool
I'm
that
sorry,
they have put in charge of Aramor.
I don't mean to interrupt, but this seems like quite an important development. Your powers were taken from you.
It's okay, Bryn. You can speak
What
freely.
powers did you possess?
Well, I had studied all my life with the Babas. I mean, they are the wise women of the woods where I come from. Many call them witches. It's not a very polite term. But they taught me how to harness the powers of the spirits that reside in the world around me, and, I had a knack for it since I was young. I had studied very hard and gotten pretty good, and now it is not seeming to work, so...
And how were these powers, your abilities, taken from you?
Some sort of rune magic used by the Thanes, seers and priestesses. He wanted them so he could be Jarl.
It's quite a foul use of runic magic. Very powerful.
Yes, well, he will get what is coming to him.
I see there's no love lost between you and this soon-to-be Jarl.
Or if
Eh,
you have the power to help Bryn in the upcoming fight with the beast, we would be forever grateful.
What sort of help would you require, Bryn?
oh no, just fine. I still have my spear and my shield, and I can heal. I'm a very good healer. I will tend to wounded while others, perhaps, are in thick of battle. I will make myself useful. It is nothing.
Is this enough for you?
Are you asking if I wish I could do more? Of course I wish I could do more. I wish I could wield the lightning down from the sky and strike it into the beast that destroyed my friend Ron's family. I wish for nothing more. But it is not so.
She sort of sits and just ponders for a moment.
Well, I have one more important thing I should share.
Yes.
If we're all done worrying about me not having powers, I give like Ron and Ben like pointed looks. We also sort of had to make a deal. Again, forced to make deals we do not wish to make, but we had to make a deal with there are more guys. But plus side of deal is they are willing to supply some troops to help fight the beasts. So now, with our numbers combined, we will have whatever elves you wish to send. You have us, of course, Sweet Justice. We are willing to help. We also have the Thane of Forwinter and all of his bannermen, and we have how many units? 2 units, I think.
You have like a platoon of Ram Crown soldiers, like 25
and
to
a
30.
Ram Crown soldier platoon. This is quite the numbers.
You've made a deal with Ram Crown. To what end? What do they stand to gain?
Let's talk about it.
We owe what is his name? Gilris favor that is of his choosing. But we make sure it is not for stealing or killing or bad deeds.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only way we could get to you in time. They were not permitted to come this way.
Let's see.
We were worried about how long it would take us to go around. We know things are... Well, we don't want any more innocent people to die, if we can help.
Nor do I. You've made great sacrifices to come here, so... Well, I suppose I can share some of the information that we have. Some things that we have derived either from speaking to, well, anyone who's perhaps seen or heard of it, or seen the aftermath. This creature is rumored to swallow people whole in their entirety.
Oh,
We have also... I'm sorry, please continue.
oh, Ron does not wish to interrupt.
We have also logged the attacks and tried to create some sort of timeline of sorts, and we're able to surmise that the attacks have increased in frequency almost systematically, whereas they were quite far apart. They have, over time, over many years, have become slowly more frequent.
How far have you chronicalized this?
5 years?
That is when Ron Village was destroyed, 5 years.
We believe that your village was the first.
How many villages have been destroyed since then?
Villages, hamlets, homesteads, dozens. It's hard to tell. People live so sparsely in the region, but from what we count, dozens.
Wait. If this happened just 5 years ago and Ron's is suspected to be the first, where or how did this creature come to be, and is someone controlling it?
Did we see any clues at your village, Ron? Like some sort of summoning circle or like strange artifacts or anything like that?
Just everything was fire and burned and corrupted lands. It's hard to tell what is caused.
You don't have any enemies of your village? Someone who would wish to destroy?
No, we're just simple village. We have the elders, and we. To be honest, not that Ron knows of has enemies, and we get.
Your whole village is worshipping Sylvanas?
Yes. We get traders once in a while, so we're a small village, no reason to make
So
enemies.
strange. Why would they attack your village out of nowhere?
Like, can things creatures just come to be? And like, if there's no history of destruction and this is a destructive beast.
Well, it could have been baby beast only eating little people that wander out into woods, like little kid wander off, get lost, never come home. And then this was first time it was brave enough to try whole village. It got real hungry. Which happens.
We are not convinced that this is something naturally occurring. In my 600 years, I have never heard of such a thing.
600.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you. You do as well.
And I curtsy.
Ron wished to ask you about Ron's dreams.
Yes. I do have more to share, though.
Oh, then please continue.
One thing that we have found is that the attacks have increased in frequency. They also appear to almost come from a particular origin. It was hard to track at first until we cataloged more, but they're within a certain distance of a particular area. And you see sort of a map of the region on a table on the other side of the chamber. Please, if you would. And she steps out of her chair and just almost kind of glides across, very gracefully walking towards this table. You see a map of the region. And she says to you, here at the, well, what we have known to call the Sunless Tarn. And she points it out here.
Did she call it the Sunless
Tarn?
Tarn?
Tarn.
Is that a lake?
Yes, it is a sort of lake in the hills. So sort of elevated off of the ground level, I could say.
I jab Ron in the side, lake.
Oh, now's not time for fishing, Vin. Ron will teach you later.
Darn.
Why do you call it sunless?
From what we have seen, there is a sort of sheet of ice that very seldomly melts. At times it can, but it almost appears black. So, very difficult to see in.
And you believe beasts come from here?
From what we can gather, the beasts, while the attacks have been sporadic, this seems to be a sort of epicenter or something of the sort. Don't know why or if this place in particular is special, but it's just what we have seen.
A question real quick, since we're looking at this map. Where are the Babas located?
Up there, a day away from
so they're
Forwinter.
much closer. Okay, they're much closer, but further north. Where were we when we had gone to the Babas, and then we'd gone, I think, further east with Barnaby, and we found that the hole in the ground that we were like, this is weird.
East in this region.
So it would have been, we were way over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we've now seen evidence of these attacks all around that lake. So, okay.
So we believe that that place must hold some sort of significance. We have also noted that in some of the areas that were attacked, we didn't see any sign of fire or ice, but there were things that were burned, singed, almost like lightning had struck multiple times.
Was there a bird nearby?
No, but we have tied it to the similar attacks based on the burrow that you all have seen as well.
How strange.
One wonders if Lightning Bird and Fire Ice Beast are related somehow.
Have to be. It is too much coincidence to all the strange things happening all at once.
Mm-hmm.
We have not seen any sort of sign of a lightning bird, as you have called it.
Well, they were there and fought it with us.
Well, it definitely exists because it almost killed me.
Not
Didn't
before
they?
your occurrence. I apologize.
Oh, they hadn't seen it before. Okay.
These
I was
sort
very
of things
confused.
predates your encounter with that creature.
Do you have any knowledge how we can stop such beast?
Well, we collectively have information of some sort of the elements that it wields. If you had any protection against any of those, that would definitely be helpful.
Yeah, that would be really great. That would be like something I really wish I had, like something I used to have. It was really great.
Something
There
like
are-
this, and Ron pulls out of the bag of holding the troll heart.
Oh, I forgot we had that.
The ice troll.
And we
heart.
also have the polar bear hide that protects against cold, maybe?
No,
You
we
gave
gave
that
it to
away?
Thane.
Oh, shit. Oh, really?
Mhm.
That bitch got everything.
We'll get it back.
No, we will.
And she sort of looks and she goes, very peculiar. How did you come across this?
When we were over by the Winter region, we were attacked by ice trolls and ice methods. Oh, yes, that is now Ron remembers. We were also attacked by ice methods. Seemed very strange.
Yes, indeed. Well, I was going to say to you that Idrin, our local alchemical expert, could perhaps find some remedies or some protections against some of these elements, but we lack the necessary supplies. This will definitely help in some way, but for any further of these reagents, it would take time to find materials, if they're available at all. Of course, you'll have to speak to him if you are interested in that.
We will definitely do this. Perhaps we can help gather some reagents and... Yeah, if we had something to protect against the ice... Oh, that would be very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had some questions for me, Ron.
Yes, Ron has been, since you are the master of dreams, Ron has been more like visions from Sylvanas. Sylvanas' avatar would speak to Ron and continually tell Ron to bring balance, restore balance, as it appears these elementals are perhaps the unbalance that Ron has to fix. But there is this tree and 4 knights, red knight, or a knight with a red tabard, green tabard, blue tabard, but Ron most frequently gets visions from the knight in black, telling Ron to restore balance no matter the cost, but Ron thinks this is the wrong way. Maybe you can translate? And Ron goes into more details, like everything that he's seen and went through.
Yes. One moment, please, while I look at some notes. So you are a worshipper of Sylvanas.
Yes.
While we don't have direct relations with Sylvanas, you've described that you've seen a great tree. Where are you when these knights speak to you?
It just is like Ron opens eyes from where Ron used to be sleeping in appearance, maybe Feywild or not sure.
Interesting. Describe these other nights.
It is like the Ron is sure each night maybe represents season, but the night in green has seemed like spring to where the tabard is of tree is very healthy, vibrant. And the blue night is like if tree is of winter. And the red night maybe like the tree is different, like representing fall.
DM, no, you have not seen a night in green. You have seen blue, black, and red.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Ron made up Green Knight. Maybe Green Knight is Ron. But yes, and
Well, judging by what you're telling me, I would assume that these knights serve Sylvanas as well, which I'm sure that you have gathered. In the Feywild. Perhaps they are a group that is not quite known to me, but only in name. Heralds of the Grove. But I know they are Fey knights devoted to Sylvanas. His chosen champions, if you will. Strange that they would come to you in these dreams.
maybe
Did we
because
know about your
Ron-
dreams before now?
Yes.
Sort of. Okay.
I think he told us.
Yeah, because the Black Knight told me to kill Vin to restore balance.
Oh yeah.
And that
I forgot
kind
about-
of slipped out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I guess Ron should mention. Unfortunately, Ron gave a Fey pixie named Twig Ron's true name, and Twig has summoned Ron to Feywild.
That is quite unfortunate.
Oh, but tell her what they told you. They're dealing with their own sort of drama in Feywild right now. I don't know if it's related, but they're having all sorts of problems.
Oh yes. Apparently there is a feud between territory dispute, maybe, between Titania and
The Queen of Air and Darkness.
yes. And Ron had to save pixie friends from wandering too far and dealing with strange beasts.
They're typically at some varying levels of conflict, but you mentioned that there were sort of attacks or ramping up of hostilities.
Well, Ron's pixie friends ventured too far because they were so curious and ended up going too far into the Queen of Air and Darkness territory and attacked by strange creatures that Ron had to fend off to protect the pixies and return them back home.
That very well could be a catalyst. It's very precarious, sort of standstill there on both sides.
But Ron was returning pixies home and able to see this this court, maybe a beautiful area, before they sent Ron away back to Ron's friends.
You believe that this area may have some sort of significance to you, or perhaps your dreams?
It almost resembles this meeting altar room that Ron has seen in his dreams.
Very well could be, being as they are typically Knights of the Fae. Maybe
Ron
you should
believes it
seek them
is-
out.
How would Ron do so?
You would have to find a way into the Feywild. It's a very difficult place to navigate and to find, for that matter.
Do you have such knowledge and power that can assist Ron?
I do not, unfortunately. We do not travel beyond this realm. But it seems as though you may have some friends there.
Sadly, contact between pixies is one-sided.
I see. Well, they've asked you for help, so perhaps they trust you in some strange way. Wish that I could be more help, but
Ron appreciates you taking time to listen. Thank you.
well, I have a number of some of our finest rangers and archers that are willing to help destroy this beast. Knowing that you are building some force of your own, I believe it would be prudent to be unified in this effort.
Yes, that would be amazing. Most appreciated. If we can raise a large army to take down beasts, then less people will die.
Yes, we are very, well, I should say our interests definitely align in this case. Is there anything else that you may need assistance with, or any other information you may have?
I think that was everything, right? Oh,
Yeah. I think so.
one more thing, but it's not really related. There was a gentleman in sort of south, near Arrowmore and south regions previously that we were sort of looking for, unrelated to this, all of these events. Well, I hope is unrelated. Calling himself the Baron, possible relation to Baron Voskriel of legend. He might be trying to pretend he is him or something. Any of this sound familiar or ring any bells?
I, of course, know the history of the Empire, but hearing that that Voskriel might be alive or someone impersonating him is news to me.
Ah, well, he's definitely doing something. We found his estate from forever ago, and the person even knew about that, and they have some sort of magic, and they kidnapped a friend of ours, and so we're trying to find them, but it's lots of dead ends.
I can only imagine that's by design, knowing how little is known about Salon in general.
Have any of your people ever been to Salon?
No. It's very rare
Not
for
even
us
in your many
to-
years.
This forest was a gift to us. So, the Lady of Dreams beckons that we protect it, so we do not venture much further outside of this area.
Have you been here? And Bryn will point on the map. Have you been over where there is supposedly a pass in the mountains?
I have not. However, I know that this pass is very dangerous. Rumors of a great worm of sorts that lives there.
A worm?
A dragon, if you will.
Oh, I thought you meant like the creature we think might be a worm, so.
No.
Okay.
Well, that is comforting.
Ron also has one question. How knowledgeable are you of fey creatures?
Somewhat. It depends on the question, I suppose.
Fey creatures that look exactly the same, like identical twins, but when they are befallen of health, they dissipate, and one would absorb power of the other.
What exactly are you referring to? It's oddly specific.
Not specific at all.
And Ron nudges at Vin.
Well, and I'm like not really understanding like how to properly say it. I'm like, do you think we can trust her?
Yes, Ron believes so.
Well, there's versions of me out there that like randomly magically appear out of seemingly nowhere and are trying to kill me, and when they do kill other versions, because there's multiple of them, they become more powerful, and we don't know where they are, what they're doing, and why they're out to kill me. Does that ring any bells?
Not particularly, but are you alluding that you are a creature of the Fae?
Yes. And I'm just like,
And these other versions of you, they, when killed, they dissipate into what?
Nothing? Mist? Power? They just they're gone. Seemingly gone, but the one who killed them seemingly absorbs the power. It's
Interesting.
kind of weird. Yeah.
What do you know of these other yous, these duplicates? What do you know of them? What are they? Where do they come from?
Nothing.
Do they even have a name?
We've been calling them imposters just for lack of creativity, really, but because I'm Vin and they're imposters, so we put the two together and they're Vin imposters. But besides of like what they are, I don't know where they came from. Also, I don't know why they come. I don't know. But we went to her babas and they said that I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm me. Whatever that means.
Interesting. Have they ever spoken to you?
Yes, they do speak. So they're not, they speak common. They sound just like me. They have my powers, but they're weirdly stronger than me.
Like, much stronger.
Oh, just the one.
Well, yeah, now just the one.
Do they refer to themselves?
Do you guys remember how they refer to themselves?
Is Vin.
They never said, really? Never. We
Yeah,
haven't asked.
I think they think that they're me. Like, I think that they fully believe that they're me. So they refer to themselves.
But do they know that they're more powerful if only one?
Mm-hmm.
You know that they referred to themselves as shards.
Oh, they did?
Oh, I did not catch
Oops.
that. Shards. I'm gonna star that in my notebook.
Do you remember anything from your time in the Fae? Were you born there?
I don't remember, but I do have an alarmingly real memory of a woman reaching out to me. I'll know more in a moment. As I flip through my diary, because having a diary is really important.
We're getting deep in the notes this episode, me included.
We are.
I don't even know what episode that was. I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about, Max. So if you just want to go ahead and run with it. I wrote it down somewhere. That way I'm not holding us up with... Jeez. What episode are we on?
43.
43.
43. Would it have been 10 weeks ago?
I'm also frantically searching because I don't want to get it wrong.
Smart. I should update my notes with
Oh wait,
what episodes
I
we're on
think
for
I
each one.
have it. Yeah. So, in a dream, I saw my parents, and when I tried to talk to them, they walked away. And then people I thought were my parents really weren't my parents, but they were strangers. And then I remember seeing some like sunflowers in a forest and a really beautiful woman in front of me. But like, she wasn't really a woman. Like, I don't really know what she was. She was blonde hair, similar build to myself, pale white skin, vivid green eyes, like emeralds. Hair was large, and she had antlers on her head, kind of like an elk. So she was a half person, half elk. I don't know. And then she said to me that I need myself, Vin, and you're going to help me. And then she just kept saying, do I understand? Do I understand? And then everything kind of went white, and then I was in a village where I thought I grew up. But again, I just said that like the people I thought were my parents like really weren't my parents. So needless to say, if you know a good therapist, I'm looking, because this is, we need to unpack this.
Not completely certain about this being that you describe. But these facets, how many of you are there?
I look over at Ron and Balkan and I'm like, do you remember how many we fought in the past?
Well, there was one in the tavern that attacked us, and that was one. Then there was incident in forest, were 3, but we killed 2 and 1 got away.
There was another time where we fought 2, and one asshole guy claimed it, right? What's his name?
Brannus,
The one that we all hate?
Yes, Brannus.
Yeah.
That was 2 or 1?
I thought, didn't we fight more than 1?
Okay.
Yeah, we
yes,
fought
you're
more.
Valken
It was
is
more
right.
than one for sure. It was 2.
So, would it be within the realm of possibility that there were 10 of you?
Yeah, give or take. I mean, that's just what we've encountered as well. Like, there literally could be more.
And this other Vin. Has she destroyed any of these? I believe it was facets, not shards, by the way.
Facets, not sure.
That was a DM mess up.
Yeah, but I thought that it was Ron, but really it was a Vin. It was a complicated day. Like, I thought I was with my friends, but then my friends turned into myself, and then they were like killing each other, like, but really it was not my friends, it was the Vins.
Yes, but it's weird. The Vin's posters knew a lot about us. Like, a lot.
This would make sense if they are all from the same cloth or cut from the same gem, being shards, or sorry, facets.
I think she's calling you a gem.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
feel
shine
like,
so bright, Vin.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
very
that is a
pretty.
compliment.
If there is trouble rumored in the Feywild,
Oh,
there are, said if there are, from what you've described, if there, you and some duplicates of you from the Feywild, visions of a
Oh, we need to talk to your friends.
majestic fey creature that you've described. I cannot be certain, but this creature needs your help. The only facets, gem, of course the most infamous, is the Night Diamond.
Oh, what?
Night
that was
Diamond?
a night diamond.
An artifact of immense power.
Who has it? What does it do?
Queen of Air and Darkness.
Wait, are you saying Vin is the Night Diamond?
I'm a queen?
I don't
No,
know.
she's saying you belong to a queen.
I heard that I was the queen of air and
Well,
darkness.
I don't think you should go around telling people that first off.
You most certainly are
You
not.
should be addressing me as queen.
I can assure you,
No,
Finn.
it's not happening.
It's very peculiar. I'm only guessing, but why would there be a number of duplicates? The reason why I ask if there are 10 of you, because the Night Diamond is rumored to have 10 facets.
Oh,
Well, we don't really know how many there are out there.
At least 8.
But am I 9?
No, I was counting you.
Oh. So there's some that
'Cause
we
there
haven't
was-
encountered.
The first one that we fought. Then there was the next 2 that we fought. Actually, I don't remember if we killed them or if they all got away.
Well, what does this have to do with trouble in the Feywild?
Well, if there's trouble in the Feywild, it is almost certainly the Queen of Air and Darkness, more than likely. Aside from your usual.
But if she's your mom,
whoa.
Ooh, I would love to hug her.
you could be an evil princess. You fit the description of an evil princess very well.
You know, I kind of feel that too.
Yeah,
You know?
it's totally your vibe.
Okay,
But isn't
so
Vin
will you
opposite
then
of Air
address
and
me as
Darkness?
princess? Ron,
Wait,
did
what? Do you
say?
think she's opposite of Air and Darkness?
Yes, because Vin has power of fire. Fire is opposite of darkness.
It's really, the Queen of Air and Darkness is like opposite of the other one, right? Titania, you said?
Queen of summer, yes.
So she's more like Queen of Winter. Oh, you're right. Vin is totally a summer. Maybe Titania is your mom. Does Titania have antlers?
Either way, you guys should be addressing me as princess. Are we not on the same page?
It is not happening.
Oh, you are always Ron's princess.
Oh.
What's also peculiar is that the Queen of Air and Darkness was not always opposed to Titania. In fact, they're sisters.
Wow. You have auntie.
I am learning about a family that I didn't
what if
even know existed.
They made you, and you were like a weapon to fight the other one.
Wouldn't that? I guess a mom would be the sister they made me. I don't know. We do need to find this. We need to figure this out.
Unfortunately, we might have to talk to more Fae.
Why is
this is
that?
bad.
Unfortunately, they're fun. They could give us more mushrooms.
We could see if they could help us against the creature. Maybe they could give us some mushrooms or some potions or some reagents to use with what's-his-face's spells.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so the Queen of Air and Darkness is the sister to Tanya?
Titania, yes.
Titania.
Tanya.
I like Tanya better.
If we meet her, please promise me you will call her Tanya.
I'm trying to remember.
I will die. I have a question real quick. Valkan's sword, didn't we find proof that your old master who had wielded the sword or something was up in this direction? Aren't we supposed to ask the elves about that as well? Or am I like totally insane?
Not the elves.
They're over in
No, it was someplace way up.
Oh, the other place.
Gordak.
We could ask them about that place.
How to get there?
That's way far.
Yeah. They probably don't go up there.
Not if they don't even know about the past, they probably don't know about Gordak. It's way up there.
Well, if there is nothing else, I will make sure that the rangers are prepared to leave with you all, if that's your wish.
Yes, we'll probably leave quite soon and head towards the, what do you call it? The Sunless Tarn?
Yes, please speak to Adrian before you leave, see if he can help you with any reagents.
Yes, thank you.
And you hear a voice inside your head, Bryn. And it's a similar voice, but coming from the High Priestess, but her lips aren't moving. You, Bryn, need to go with Tanya. I insist.
I'll just kind of like awkwardly nod.
Oh, okay. Are you okay, Bryn?
Something in my eye, I guess.
You need me to help you get it out?
Nope, I blinked a lot. Why don't you all go meet with Adrian for the reagents?
Oh,
I'm gonna go,
you sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Ron can blow in your eye. Ready?
No, I'm good. I just, you know what, I really want to go, like, to the gym. Want to go get, like, my workout done. And, Tanya looks like she works out a lot. So I'm just going to, go see if she'll do some arm wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I'll just gotta, like, mosey on.
So she's already
Awkwardly.
walking and leaving sort of this chamber, as you'll have to catch up with her.
Okay, I'll catch up with Tanya.
That is where we'll take a break. So don't go anywhere, friends. We will be right back here in just a few. So hope you're enjoying the episode, and we'll see you here in a bit. BRB, everybody. Enjoy the fun videos.